Welcome friends, today in this video we are going to see how we can set up the Oracle fast formula. I hope you are aware that this is the fifth video in the playlist. Now let us start the fast formula setup. I'm going to the fast formula screen. Let me date track to one finite date. I'm going to choose 1 July 2020. Let us give some good name for our fast formula, and the type is Oracle payroll. So XSHR underscore sick underscore deduction. For those who are viewing this video, I will just give a quick recap why we are doing this formula function definition. Let us write the small write up or recap why we are writing this fast formula. This fast formula is written to calculate the sick leave deduction for the employee in the organization, and the logic for the deduction is I'm going to put up one by one, which is as per the labor law. Let me open the document so that I would be able to show you the logic. So for the first 15 days of sick leave, and there won't be any deduction, and for the next 10 days it will be 1/4 deduction, and for the next 10 days it is off deduction, and for the next 10 days it's 3/4 deduction, and thereafter 45th day it is a full deduction. So this is what the logic which we have um, coded in the PLSQL, and we are going to call the PLSQL through the formula function from this fast formula. Let us see. Let me first complete the write-up. Okay, well, I think we're done with the definition or the recap, I would say, which will really help you after few months, because especially whenever you do some coding or fast formulas, after few months, there are chances that you may forget the logic why you have written those fast formula or those lines inside the fast formula. So it's always good that you keep some comments so that it will be easy for you to recall why this fast formula or a particular line within the fast formula has been coded. Okay, I'm getting some error. This is not error actually. I was while saving, it was compiling, and it's throwing some error. And I was still not in a position to do the compilation because nothing is there in my code, in my fast formula code. Let me define the default pay proc period end date. Of course, you all aware that's nothing but the process, the period of uh, in which you are doing the quick pay or the run. It's the end date is nothing but pay proc period end date, and pay proc period start date is nothing but the start date of the month in which you are doing this particular processing. Could be a quick pay or could be a particular payroll run processing. I'm defining for both pay proc period end date and start date, and I'm putting the alias also because each time I can't refer the full name, database item name, pay proc period start date and end date each time. So I'm just putting some alias p underscore ed and p underscore sd. I'm purposely putting leaving some errors here, and I will explain you why I'm leaving them so that you will learn the full cycle of doing the fast formula coding by seeing the errors and how to fix the errors also. So while doing this definition, I'm leaving few errors here itself. Let it be. Okay, let me start doing the coding. I need to know what's the formula function name. So I'm going to the formula function window and copying the name. Let us start doing the coding in the text pad, and then later we'll copy it into the Oracle applications inside the fast formula. So I am referring what are the parameters are available here in this formula function. Of course, we have seen in the previous video. So I had defined a new variable c underscore year underscore direct. In that, I'm going to call this formula function and assign the return value of the formula function to this variable. And I need to pass the year. So in order to pass the year, what I'm doing is I'm getting the year alone, which is RR alone from the pay period in pay proc period end date, and we have some couple of message variables. So before you pass any variable to the formula function, always define it in the um, pass formula and assign some value to it, else you will always get an error that the formula returned with a null variable or null results. So see message 2, see message 3, and see message 4. And now if this deduction is not equal to 0, then my formula is going to return the value, and that return value we will return it to the element, which will bring the deduction to the employee. So I'm returning C underscore here, C deduction amount, C message, and C message 2, and message 3, and message 4. Good. Now this is for the current year deductions. Now let's call the same formula function for the previous year. Here in this case, I am not doing the retrospective using the system seeded retro events. Instead, I am using the same formula to check for this year as well as for the previous year, because here in the labor law for this Canadian legislation, it has been mentioned that the deduction will happen at the max for 45 days in a particular year. That's the reason with this ideal example for Canadian legislation, I'm doing the calculation for the current year as well as for the previous year. So for the previous year, I'm going to call the same formula function, just amending the formula out variables. Instead of C underscore year, I'm going to have P underscore year. So let me define the messages also, P underscore message, P underscore message 2, and so on. And now let's see if this return variable, which is p underscore deduction amount, if it is not equal to 0, then we will return this to another element, which is nothing but previous year deduction. Okay. And now you may think that what will happen if employee is backdatedly applying any leave for this year or previous year sick days. If he or she is applying, then this function will backdatedly calculate. It will check what was paid and what is the difference that is going to bring it back as a deduction to the employee. So I'm checking if the C underscore deduction amount is not equal to 0. And in that case, as in parallel, I'm checking if the previous year reduction is not equal to 0. Then I'm returning both the previous year as well as the current year deductions. In case if the previous year deduction is 0, then I am returning only the current year deductions. Here also I am purposely leaving a error here. I will help you out to understand how to fix the error while we compile the formula. So let me leave it as it is. I'm not going to give any sites about that error message now. Let us print some message variables for the current year deduction as well as previous year deduction. So G underscore message will carry the current year deduction, as well as G underscore message will get concatenated with the previous deduction. Let us save this fast formula underscore ff. Ff is nothing but fast formula. It's my own style of saving the fast formulas. Now let me go to the formula window. Let us copy paste our formula from the text pad and let us try to compile. Now while compilation, you will have a lot of surprises, and I will explain you each and every error and how to fix the errors. See, we are getting an error at syntax 3, line number 3. Now it's saying pay proc period end date is declared as being of conflicting types. Let me show you the code. Yeah, see, for the pay proc period end date and start date, yeah, I just put as within a single quotes. I need to declare that it's a date type. So let me declare as a date. So is date. So let me now copy paste the full code and let's compile the to see whether this error is gone. Still line number 17 errors there. Let us show the line number 17 here in this text pad. Line number 17. Yeah, you can see the 2 is. So I'm removing 1 is and pasting the code and compiling. Getting an error at line number 20. Line number 20 is the alias line. Yeah, alias here I have done two mistakes. I'll explain you what are those mistakes. One is should not come, it should be as actually. And still there are two other mistakes. Let us compile the code. Line number 20. Okay, fine. Let us go back to the code. We need to have the alias. Yeah, let us paste it before the default. Let's copy the code. Let's compile it out. I'm no. We are having the at line number 17. Yeah, I found it out. Yeah, we should remove that. Let us compile it now. Still there is there. Yeah, there are some single quotes for the p underscore ed and p underscore sd, the aliases. We need to remove that single quotes. That's a mistake we have done here. So let us remove this p underscore sd and p underscore ed. Now I think this error will be gone. Yeah, now we are getting error at line number 16. Let me go to 16. Yeah, if you see here, I already told you that I left one error purposely. The return is not input by me. So it's throwing another error at one more place where I have not put the return. So After this else, I need to put return g underscore message. So without return formula, it's not going to work out. The syntax error is going to come. So let's copy paste the code now. Let's compile. Now it's saying that C underscore deduction mode is incorrect. The text expected number is actual, which means we are the system is expecting a text actually, but we are trying to print the number. So I'm converting the P underscore deduction amount and C underscore deduction amount to a text type. Let us copy the code and paste the code now. Yeah, it's compiled successfully. Good. Now our formula function is compiled successfully. Let us see how our formula function got created from the backend. So you need to query ff underscore formulas underscore f table, and where formula underscore name is equal to paste the formula name. The name is equal to formula name. I think I left the where. Let me add the where. Yep. Now you can see the first formula is compiled, and compile flag is showing a valid value. Now our formula is existing. So we can now assign this formula. Sorry, we can use this formula for any element. Now in the next video, what I'm going to show is from this first formula how we can get the out variables and assign it to the elements, so that when we do the payroll run or a quick pay, the element will call the fast formula, and the fast formula will do the processing based on the logics. It will call a formula function, which in turn will call the PLSQL, and PLSQL will finish all the logical calculations and brings the value back, and the fast formula will return the values, and the formula results will determine which value to go to which element. So in the next video, we are going to see how to assign the results of the fast formula to different elements. Let us wait for the next video. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries or comments, please drop it in the comments box. If you like this video, please click the like icon down, and please subscribe to this channel, and thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.